Good morning students. In this video we can discuss about what is meant by pumping lemma, what are the applications of pumping lemma and how we can apply pumping lemma for context free languages and regular languages. So first of all, what is meant by pumping lemma? So generally pumping lemma is used to pump number of strings or variable length of strings into the language. Then it can check that particular language can accept that particular string or not. So in case that particular string is accepted by the language, then we can say that that particular language is either regular language or either context free language based on the number of varied variables. So that means in case single variable is varying, then we can say that that particular language is regular language. In case two variables are varying, then we can say that that particular language is context free language in this manner. So now we discuss pumping lemma for regular languages. So already we know in regular languages can effectively implements only one variable variations, so like a power n b or a b power n in this manner. So now we consider what is the statement for pumping lemma state theorem for regular languages or pumping lemma statement for regular languages. So here we consider some regular set or some regular language L. So it contains some constant number of states, that is n, and it can derive some string z. So here z is the some string. So that particular string is derived from the given language or given regular language L. So then length of the z is greater than or equal to n. So that means here whatever the string derived by that particular language, that string is less than or equals to number of states of the that particular language. So for example, there is some language, it contains 5 states. So here that particular string can generate some word or some string, so that is z. Here that particular string length is must be either 5 or more than 5. So that means either 5, 6, 7 in this manner. So that is the first condition. Then we can write z is equals to uv is in language. So that means that particular string is accepted by the given language. So whenever the z is accepted by the given language, as per pumping lemma, it was also accepts z equals to u v power I w is also accepted by the that particular language. So when that particular language can satisfy these two conditions, z equals to u v w and z equals to u v power I w, both are accepted by the language, then only we can say that the particular language is a regular language. Here what are the conditions, several conditions for generating that particular string. So here mod uv, so that means the length of the u and v is must be less than or equal to n, and then only the length of v is must be greater than or equal to 1. So based on these two conditions we can generate some string. So that particular string must be derived by the that particular language, then we can say that that particular language is a regular language. So when this z equals to uv is accepted by the language, then also it was accepts u v power I w is also accepted by that particular language. So why we consider u v power I w means, so just now we discussed regular languages was efficiently implement the single variable variation. So that's why here to indicate single variable variation, for that purpose we are using one variable v. So this v can varies some number of values from 1 or more, from 1 to n. So this is the basic statement of pumping lemma theorem or pumping lemma statement for regular languages. So now we discuss how we can apply the pumping lemma for regular languages. So this is very simple thing. Just we derive some string from the given language or given language or given regular language, that is z. So that is just like uvw. So it is accepted by the given language. Here uvw means nothing but, so the derived string can be divided into 3 parts. So out of those 3 parts we can assign first part is u and second part is v and third part is w. So here v part is very important. So that's why whenever uvw is accepted by that particular language, then obviously z equals to u v power I w is also accepted by that particular language. Then only we can say that that particular language is regular language as per pumping lemma. Why? Because here v power I varies the single variable variations. So already we know regular languages can successfully implement the single variable variations. That's why z equals to u e power I w is also accepted by the regular language. Now we consider some example. Language L equals to a power p. So here p is a prime. So that means this particular language can contains a number of contains the words as a occurrences. So here a can be occur in how many number of times means p number of times. Here p is a prime number of times. That means possible values for a occurrences in this language is either 2 times, either 3 times, 5 times, 7, 11 and so on. So from this we consider some string. For example, either p equals to 2, then the language derives the string is AA. If the p equal to 3, then the language derives the string is triple A. If the p is 5, then the language derives the string is 5As. If the p value is 7, then the language derives 7As in this manner. From these strings we can consider any one string. That particular string must be either greater than or equal to n. So let we assume to derive this particular language, just we use the either two states. So then we can assume the string is derived from the language is either 2As. So here the string z equals to AA. The length of the z is must be greater than or equal to n. So that means which is either 2 or more. So why? Because here this language contains our assumption is two states. That's why it can be equal to 2 or more than 2. Whatever the string is derived from or whatever the string we assume from this language, their length must be either 2 or more than 2. So that's why we assume z equal to AA. So that string is 2. So that means which is equivalent to number of states. So now as per pumping lemma, whatever the conditions, mod uv is less than or equal to n. So that means we assume mod uv. So just we assume u is nothing and v is a. U equal to a and v equal to a. Then mod uv is 2. Mod uv is 2. So just we assume u equal to a and v equal to a. Then the length of uv is nothing but 2. So which is less than greater than or equals to total number of states. So first condition is satisfied. So second condition is mod v is greater than or equal to 1. So just now we assume v equal to a. So the length of v is must be minimum 1, or whenever we pumping more number of variables or more number of symbols through the v, at that time it can increase their length. So that's why here mod v, that means the length of v is must be greater than or equal to 1. So here v equal to a. So now the length of v is 1. So this condition is also valid. So now whatever the string we assume AA, so that is nothing but z. So that is existing in the language. So that means z equals to uw. Our assumption is AA. So which is derived in the language. Then as per pumping lemma, z equals to uv power iw is also having by the owned by the language. So now just assume either I equals to 2 or I equal to 3. Then it becomes z equals to uv power iw is nothing but in the place of u just we assume a. In the place of v we assume a. So here v value can varies I times and I value is 3. So that's why in the place of v we can replace 3As. So then total string is 4As. So now the string is derived 4A, that is nothing but a power 4. So as per given language, so a does not occur 4 times. It can be occur either 2 times, either 3 times or 5 times. But whenever we pumping v value 3 times, that means v can varies 3 times, then the derived string is not having by the given language. So as per pumping lemma, the given language is not a regular. So this is the process of proving the regular languages or not, if any language is regular or not, by using pumping lemma. By simply we assume or we consider some string from the given language and we assume that is nothing but z and apply as a 3 parts. That means divided as a 3 parts u, v, w, and then we can pump variable v multiple times, either 2 times or 3 times or any number of times. at that time whatever the string generated by that particular language, is it accepted, then the language is regular language. In case the particular generated string is not accepted, then the particular language is not a regular language. This is the process of proving the given language is regular or not by using pumping lemma. So now we discuss how we can apply pumping lemma for context-free languages. So here, which is also similar to the regular languages, but the only variation is in regular languages only one variable can varied, but in context-free languages can able to implement two variable variations also. That's why here we consider two variables or two symbols for varying the two individual variables. So that means by simply here whatever the string generated or whatever the string considered from the language, that string is divided into 5 parts, and then we can pump those two varied variables multiple times into the language. Then whatever the string was generated, that string is having by the language or owned by the language, then we can say that that particular language is context-free language. Otherwise we can say that that particular language is not a context-free language. So when we are pumping two variable variations into the language, at that time we consider several conditions. Those are mod v w x. So the length of v w x is must be less than or equal to n, and the length of v and x is must be greater than or equal to 1, and then u v power I w x power I y. So whatever the string generated by these 5 variables combination, that string must be belongs to the that particular language. Then we can say that that particular language is context-free language. Otherwise that particular language is not a context-free language. That means by simply whenever we derive some string or we assume some string from the given language, we consider some string from the given language, that is z is equivalent to u v w x y is existing in the language or is it belongs to the language, then u v power I w x power I w is also belongs to the language. Then we can say that that particular language is context-free language. Otherwise it was not a context-free language. Now we consider some example. L equals to a power n, b power n, c power n such that n greater than or equal to 1. So now we are checking is it context-free language or not. So it is obviously not a context-free language. So why? Because just now we discussed the context-free languages are can able to implement two variable variations perfectly, but here the given language can vary in 3 variables a, b, c, 3 variable variations. So that's why obviously the given language is not a context-free language. But now we are trying to prove this language is not a context-free language by using pumping lemma. So for that purpose, we assume whatever the possible strings we can derive whatever the possible strings from the given language. So from the given language contains 3 variables. Those are a power n, b power n, c power n. That means a number of a's followed by number of b's followed by number of c's. So that means in case a's can occur 3, number of a's can occur 3, obviously after completion of a's, b's can occur exactly 3 and c's can occur exactly 3. So for example, here n value is 1, 2, 3 and so on. So if n equal to 1, then the language is, it's not I, this is n. So if n equal to n, if n equal to n, then the language derives the string is a, b, c. If n equal to 1, then L is equals to ABC. That means in the place of n we can substitute 1, then A can occur 1 time, B can occur 1 time, C can occur 1 time. So that is nothing but ABC. If n equal to 2, then A occurs 2 times, B occurs 2 times, C occurs 2 times. That is double A, double B, double C and so on. So this is the language, given language. So now we consider any one string from the language and divide it into 5 parts and then try to prove that that particular language is either context free or not. So now consider some string from the given language double A, double B, double C. That means 2 A's followed by 2 B's followed by 2 C's. So as per pumping lemma for context free languages, we can divide this particular string into 5 parts. So that is U, V, W, X, Y. So let U equal to A, let consider V equal to A and consider W equal to B and consider X equal to B and then Y equal to CC. So now as per pumping lemma for context free languages, conditions is mod Vx is must be greater than or equal to 1. So here the length of V is 1 and length of X is 1. So that means mod Vx is 2. So it satisfies the given condition, pumping lemma condition. And mod of PRS is less than or equal to N. So here P value, sorry, PRS. So that means UWY. Here PRS means nothing but UWY. So the length of UWY is must be less than or equals to N. So here U is nothing but A and W is nothing but B and Y is nothing but CC. So total length of the UWY is 4. So which is obviously less than or equals to number of states. So that's why these two conditions were satisfied by the given language. So now we can check this particular language is context free language or not. So we consider this thing is Z equals to UVWXY. So just now we consider, so it is in context free, sorry, it is derived by the language. So as per pumping lemma, Z equals to UVWXY is in language, then UV power I WX power I Y such that I greater than or equal to is also in the language. So now we consider some I value equals to 2, then we check that particular language is whatever the string derived by this Z, that particular string is accepted by the language or not. So here the string is Z is nothing but U V power I W X power I Y, and here we assume I value is 2. Here the possible values for I is greater than or equals to 1. So here 2 is the greater than 1. So that's why we can consider this value and substitute into this notation. So that is U V power I, in the place of I we substitute 2, W X power I, in the place of I we substitute 2. So then it becomes U V power 2 W X power 2 Y. So that means U can occur one time, V can occur 2 times, W can occur 1 time, X can occur 2 times and Y can occur 1 time. So what is U? Just now we assume A and V is A, but here V occurs 2 times, that's why 2A's can be represented, and W is B and X is B, but X can occur 2 times, that's why 2B's can be represented, and Y is CC. So finally whatever the string was generated by the language, A cube, B cube, C square, that means A power 3, B power 3, C power 2. So as per the given language, A power n, B power n, C power n does not exist or does not having this particular string. So the given language is not a context free language. So based on the context pumping lemma, we was proved that the given language is not a context free language. Why? Because whenever we are pumping Z equals to UVWXY, that particular string is owned by the language, but whenever we are pumping UV power I W X power I Y, that particular string was not having by the language. So based on this condition, we can say that the given language is not a context free language. So now we discuss one more problem. This problem can be taken as an assignment for today's session. So here the question is, find out the language L is context free language or not by using pumping lemma. Here the language is L equals to S transpose such that S belongs to A comma B closure. So that means here we consider some string S. So that string is derived from the A comma B, combination of any number of A's and B. So just we assume AB, S equals to ABA. Here what is meant by S transpose? Reversal of the S. So that means here S is ABA, the reverse is also ABA. So that's why S transpose is ABA. In case S equals to AB, then S transpose is BAA. So finally language is ABA, ABA. In case S equals to AAB, then the language contains the string AAB, BAA. So we consider any one of the string in this format and then divide it into 5 parts like U equal to A, V equal to B, and X equals to A, and then Y equals to ABA in this manner. So and then we can pump U V power I, W X power I, U V power I, W X power, U V power I, W X power I, and then Y. So what are the string generated by this pumping lemma, so that string is accepted by the language, then we can say that the particular language is context free language, otherwise that particular language is not a context free language. Thank you.